Greetings. Welcome to Karenhope'S 15 Minutes of Solid Inspiration, the channel where hope grows inspiration. Now, thank you for being here today. Let's wait for the plane to pass over. Always happens that way, right? Y'all, let me tell you, it's a beautiful day in Corpus Christi, Texas. Look, we had about 94 to 95 degree weather yesterday. It was quite uncomfortable because it's kind of muggy and humid on certain days, and yesterday was one of those days. We woke up this morning to 64 degree weather, the breeze blowing, good sock weather and a blanket weather, like a throw over your shoulders, and a sweater and some caldo o menudo. Rápido, por favor, necesito menudo. Yeah, I know. I'm full of many surprises. So, but, let me just go ahead and tell you that me and my afro are here to announce that episode 102 of Karenhope'S 15 Minutes of Solid Inspiration, my daily inspirational podcast, has been produced and published and is available for listening, y'all. You know what? I'm looking at myself right now on the screen, and these glasses, all I can do is see glare. Okay, I need them. Look at that. I need them, but I would rather just go freestyle this than look at myself with the glare in my... So anyway, now that I can't see myself on this monitor, let's just keep going forward. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we talked about the weather. We talked about today's podcast. It was produced and published, and it is called If It's Good, Go Get It. That's all. That's all. If it's good, go get it. More than likely it belongs to you, because God withholds no good thing from us. So go down to the podcast link down below this video and check it out. Check out today's episode. And we have 102 altogether, so you have 101 more to catch up. If you haven't listened to any of the podcasts yet, just catch up. Let your intuition guide you. Just scan the titles, and whatever grabs your attention, grab onto it and take a listen. Okay? And if you feel like you want to share, please do. That's what inspiration is all about. Just finding something good to make us feel good, that encourages us and lifts our spirits, uplifts us, from bad feelings. And we should share that, because if we need it, someone else needs it. That's what it's all about. Okay, so you know what? I think I'm going to wrap up this video now. Okay, that's all we need to do. I will wrap up this video by saying, please like this video and please subscribe to the channel. Leave me some comments, okay? And let's continue to vibe every day. Exchange some awesome energies right here on this channel, okay? Every day. Remember, it's every day. Every day. Oh, and speaking of every day, this is funny. Okay, I will say every day if I don't forget what day it is. I woke up this morning, did the podcast early with the thought in my mind that I had 2 videos to do today. The announcement of the podcast episode being produced and published, and to do Fleeting Thought Thursdays, for me to realize that Thursday is gone. Thursday is so gone, like right now. So I completely missed Thursday. But God willing, we'll have another Thursday, right? And we'll see you right back here on this channel next Thursday, twice. Okay, now moving along, let's wrap up the video. Let's keep them short. And I'm gonna tell you why, because I was going through some of the comments, okay? And people have left me some really good comments. And also, I got a couple of voice messages on the podcast links yesterday. So thank y'all so much for that. And, people were very honest and very, very forward by telling me, keep it around 15 minutes. That's what they want, 15 minutes. So I will try to keep this video right now today about 15 minutes so we can just wrap this up with some inspiration. No, not inspiration, really. Oh, I can't even be sarcastic. Do you see that? Did you see that attempt to be sarcastic? And I couldn't even be sarcastic. Anyway, let's keep going, okay? And let's wrap up this video with a little nice paper, and a pretty little bow of inspiration. Now, we are limited only by our hurt and our damaged and bitter emotions, right? Right? That's all. Or we are, that's when we're like bound up by those things. Or we could be freed up by our healed and repaired and balanced emotions. Do you know what I'm saying? But all of those things, how we respond and react to our emotions. One moment, y'all. More of this service flying in the sky. Our emotions, good or bad, are balanced or unbalanced. I try to stray away from that word good and bad when it comes to our emotions, because it all ends up for our good anyway. So we'll say balanced and unbalanced. All those emotions are anchored in our belief system, and it always ends up to what we believe about ourselves. Our self-worth, our self-value is what determines what we accept or not, what we tolerate or not. We shouldn't even use the word tolerate, because when we tolerate things, we end up being pissed off every time. When we accept, we should just remove the word tolerate from our vocabulary. See this? We're removing the word tolerate and we're putting it over here with that crane, that little claw that's in the games. What do you call that thing? The claw. You go like this. All right, tolerate. We're going to move it out of the way and we're going to throw it away in the garbage can. We're going to 86 that bad boy because we want acceptance, period. And the acceptance may be that we can't accept it. Do you know what I mean? So, and right now I'm going to make a point because remember, I'm not using my glasses right now and I'm freestyling. I need notes to help keep me going forward, because I have so many things that I'm thinking about at one time. Classic Gemini. But I'm going to make a point really quick right now, because you know what? Speaking of right now, the name of the podcast of today was Go Get It Right Now. See, that was the whole point about now, today. The podcast was about right now, what's important about right now, how we can't co-create, how we can't fight, we can't win, we can't dream, we can't make a goal, we can't stop, we can't go if it's not right now. We can't do it yesterday, that's gone. Like I said, Thursday is gone, y'all. Wow, the whole day passed me. I can't make that up. I can't jump on here and say, hey, Fleeting Thought Thursdays on Friday. What's the point? We'll just do it again next Thursday. Right? Right now is our time. Right now. And see, and I'm going to go off track, but I'll get right back on. A person may not know how to read and write. Now we're going back to self-value and self-worth and what we feel about ourselves and how we should not compare ourselves to someone else. Ever. We have our own gifts, talents, and skills that are important. And they mean something at the right time. And when that time is, it is now. Like that is what the time is called, now. N.O.W. Exclamation point. And there could be a person who doesn't know how to read and write. Here's a visualization. Here's a metaphor. Okay? There could be a person that may not know how to read and write. Just illiterate, right? There are people that way. But they might know everything else in the world. They might not know everything valuable as far as knowledge and anything considered constructive knowledge. They know it all. They know it all. And then the next person, and more than likely they're looked over for a lot of things. I need to put that in the mix too. And because the next person can read and write, may be considered a scholar, very smart, very intelligent, on point with their ideas and their thoughts. But they may not know how to do anything else. Just read and write. Give some good advice. Right? Now, my question is, y'all, who would you rather have around in the middle of the woods, in the middle of the city, in the middle of the country, in the middle of the whatever, in the plains, in the mountains? Who would you rather have around when the collective lights go out? Someone needs to hear that. I don't know why, and I don't know why I'm saying it. But when we're in that situation, when we've been looking over people, when we've been looking over ourselves, y'all, someone needs to build the shelter. Is that the person with the book? Or is it someone that knows how? Because there's no light to read for the person who has the book anyway. There's no light for them to read anyway. So, that's it. That's it. I just had to say that. I had to get that off of my chest. I don't know. My spirit led me to say that. But let's get back to this work that I feel that we have to do. It's a few things when we're making these changes to make shifts in our lives, so we can put ourselves in a place where we can not be so wrapped up in bad emotions that it keeps us from thinking good thoughts and manifesting good things. Manifesting good things comes from what we feel. What we feel comes from what we think. Period. So we need to commit. We need to commit to being positive and having good thoughts, and it's so hard to do. That's why we need the commitment. The world, the way it's going on right now, and the desperation and the death, and doubt. All the doubt that's going around. We need to commit with unwavering conviction to the mindfulness of this thought, right? That we need to stay positive. We need to find balance any way we can, okay? And don't let anybody tell you that your way of finding balance, I'm not talking about feeling good. And sometimes feeling good has nothing to do with balance. I'm not talking about that feeling good. I'm talking about balance, where anything that comes at you that's meant to throw us off, we're able to bounce back from it. Even if we fall down, we can get right back up. We can shake it off no matter how much it hurts. We could be walking and still be hurting, but we're not sitting down. We don't want to sit down. We don't want to sit down, and we can keep walking until the hurt stops. Because if we keep walking, the hurt stops. It stops because we begin to see, just keep walking, the beautiful flowers and the beautiful trees. And even if we have to make a couple of loops around, we see the second time the tree has grown a little more. And there's some houses built over there. And now there's a paved road. And the scenery is becoming beautiful. Even if we have to go around the third time, we get to see all of the improvements. We get to see how much it's reflecting our thoughts and our desires. We get to see that all that pretty picture we're starting to see is actually us growing on the inside, projecting that stuff on the inside, and we know eventually it wasn't a waste of time. It wasn't a waste of time. The growing and the walking, and just as long as we don't sit down. Might be baby steps, it might be big leaps, might be a crawl, y'all. I can tell you about that crawl. Turtle, 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 turtle. Just keep going, right? And right now, meaning effective immediately, okay? We must pray and believe God about what this is. What this is, our power to co-create and manifest and think good thoughts, bring good things to fruition, trust God and all the divine things that come with Him. I'm not going to make this a platform of separation and division of people that just want to find balance. That's what we're here for. Okay? We can talk about the other stuff in our personal conversations, when we divide ourselves from the rest, and it happens so much. But right now, there's no division. Right now, there's no division in finding balance, okay, and creating the best possible reality for ourselves. And it'll always be for God's glory and for our highest good. Do you see how that works out? And I thought this was going to be like a few more minutes, but here I go talking again. And I hope you don't mind. Okay? We need to imagine all this goodness with laser focus. Laser focus. Hone in on it. I mean like so much that we can see the details, Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see what you want, like to the details? Is there food cooking? Smell that smell. You know what I mean? Are you building a house? Smell the pine wood. I don't know. Is that what you make a house from? I don't know. Are you, whatever you see yourself doing, see it in detail, okay? As much as you can. Now. Right now. Go get it. Okay, y'all? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing this experience with me every day. Every day. Right now, like we've been talking about, what I'm trying to do is be inspired. Be inspired. And to be inspired, I have to be inspiring. So I'm learning how to shake this stuff off. And again, I thank you for being here while I'm learning, okay? And hopefully we're learning together. So, again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, change that red notification bell to a pretty gray. Now today we have a great day, but it's not a gray mood. It's a really good mood, but we do want that notification bell to be gray as well, okay? Make it gray for me. And also, don't forget to go down in the podcast links, the podcast platform links down below in the description box. Check out some podcast episodes, okay? Get a little inspiration there too. And don't forget to share. So, Thank you again for being here. I don't know how much I can thank you, but I'm very, very grateful for all of this. And I will see you tomorrow with some more gratitude here on this channel.